Alrighty. Today's episode is presented by our favorite sponsor, A Game. Whether at home or at work, in the gym, in the classroom, on the court, season started. You need your A Game. You need your A Game everywhere you go. This beverage is designed to help you bring your best when you need it most. A Game is full of essential vitamins and nutrients to keep your body primed for action and provides hydration to boost recovery after you've given your all. Bring your A Game, bring your best, and tell the world, bring it on. Go check out A Game at drinkingagame.com. Order you some. Go get their merch. Just go check them out. Before we get in this episode, hit the subscribe, hit the like, comment, follow us on all of our platforms. And with that, we have our giveaway. Also, we're giving away 10 things for Terrence's 10th year in the NBA. So you're looking at basketballs, shoes, jerseys, merch. So don't miss out on that. You need to go to our TikTok and follow the video's instructions, and you will have a chance to win. Very easy, very fun.
Morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Patsy and T.Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride.
So let's get into this episode. I mean, we woke up to a lot of stuff over this weekend. I think that was Friday or Saturday. Friday.
Yeah, early in the week.
Woke up to an NBA scandal that actually kind of ties to both of us.
Kind of hits home, bro.
Yeah, because we know multiple people that are, personally at a personal level in this thing. And it's a Northwest thing, kind of, to be honest. There's a lot of Northwest.
Yeah, well, the ringleader, that's why I was kind of shook a little bit, because I saw that it said Terrence, and I didn't really read anything other than, like, NBA players like fraud, and I saw the name Terrence. I was like, hold the fuck up. I hope it was not me or Jones or anybody else, but then fucking T. Will, bro.
Yeah, so let's I know the listeners probably heard about this, but there was an NBA scandal over the weekend that 18 players, former players, were tied to a fraudulent they were frauding the healthcare program of the NBA for the last 3 years. And I mean, the list of people you got guys like Tony Allen, Terrence Williams,
Darius Miles,
Allen Anderson. I mean, I personally know Milt Palacio.
Yeah.
I mean, you got
Sebastian Telfair, who just got out of jail. You got Tony Roden, bro. This is
Glenn Baby Davis. You got even guys that are profile names. And they in the article they talked about these 18 players have made $350 million combined.
Yeah, man. How much?
$350 million combined. I mean, a lot of that's probably
a majority one person or a few people.
Glenn,
probably the highest paid out of all of them. Probably D. Miles.
No, I mean Tony Allen probably made a good amount. I'm guessing.
Yeah, he probably made. I mean, and it's crazy. Tony Allen was just in the league 3 years ago.
Sebastian Telfair probably made a decent amount.
Okay.
But Glenn Davis probably made what?
Whatever it is.
It's a lot.
It's kind of shocking to see that. They why, bro? Why? And it doesn't make sense.
And when I first saw it, I was like, was this did they all do this separately? Did they all find out this loophole? But then you start to realize not that many people are going to find out about this loophole. Someone's going to exploit it. And it was basically Terrence had figured out that if you he had a chiropractor and he went to it and they were billed $14,000 for his thing, and he was able to keep $7,000 as long as the chiropractor was in on it. And he was able to do that. And they just got sloppy with it, and you just keep adding names to it. So hopefully, I mean, for our personal sake, I mean, we know a lot of people. I mean, you played with Allen Anderson. I mean, you played with at least.
I know Allen Anderson. I used to hang out with him in the summertime. He was one of my vets. I mean, all types of stuff. I mean, I know I played with Tony in high school. Tony Roden played each other in high school. High school and in college.
Yeah.
I don't know, D. Miles. Everybody knows D. Miles. It's just shocking to see. I mean, I don't know what that entails for the rest of the NBA. I bet you a ton. You know what? I'll ask some questions. I'm sure that's what the meeting is about right now. Mind you, this is a little hindsight, but right now I have an NBA meeting. And I'm kind of recording over that. I have one over here, and I'm also listening to this. But that's crazy. I wonder if that's ever going to change, like the way that they do things. And I'm sure it is. I mean, but that sucks, bro. Like, I don't understand why these guys go listen to T. Will. Like, why would you listen to T. Will on this subject? Like that isn't the dude I would try to run a scam with. Not that I would try to run a scam, but it's just like, why would you fucking listen to it? Y'all could probably make. And I bet you the kickback wasn't even like worth it.
Well, so Terrence was the head of it, and his kickback over 3 years was like $250K.
Over 3 years? Come on, bro.
Yeah. And
you would have to be really hurting for money bad to even like.
See, but this is where the way that it sounded like it's like you didn't have to do anything. So he was probably like, hey, let me use your name. We're gonna use your name. We're gonna tell you, you're gonna go get a root canal. So you talk to these people and you're like, hey, I'm gonna use your name. You're gonna make like $5,000 and without doing anything. So you know what I mean? People are just gonna be like, okay, sure, whatever. Like, it's not smart. No, don't get me wrong, it's not smart. But I can see how people that aren't making a lot of money anymore, aren't in the NBA, are like, I don't know.
I can definitely see that. I definitely can see, if you
don't have to do anything. You don't have to go anywhere. Like it sucks because but it was a.
So what do you think that means for the guys that are in jail right now that probably are just sitting around not really knowing what was happening until it was too late? Because I can guarantee most of the guys are probably like, I honestly have no idea what's going on. I just got I got a call from, such and such, and I agreed to do whatever, and now they throwing cups on me. Like,
well, it sucks because like I know Milt personally, and I was actually talking to him recently, and he's like someone he's an assistant coach for the Blazers. Like, that's you're making decent money. I mean, whatever it is, it's not worth that, but not worth you to lose your shit, but. Like it just like for him, it's like he's tied to the Northwest in a way, like he just because of like coaching me at Idaho, and then like dealing with like he's close with Zach LaVine and the guys that that played with me at Idaho, and so I could see how he got tied into the Northwest thing, and then it just takes one conversation with someone to be like, oh, you're a former NBA player, like, hey, there's I can make you easy money, but like you said, $4 million over 3 years.
It's not a lot.
I mean, $4 million to fraud the NBA. That's a big deal.
That's a
bigger deal to the NBA.
That's the bigger, for sure. Because I mean, as a player, like that's not even worth the headache or even just the phone call of making the offer. Like, it's wild. Which leads me into another thing I was watching. Have you seen that documentary on called Bad Sports?
Yes, I actually watched them all.
so it's just like that. I just got done watching the point shaving thing, and that to me is because I mean I don't ever gamble. I'm not really a big gambling guy. So
I always tell you everything.
No, for sure. Like learning the point shaving system, like the over and under shit, like that was wild to me, and it was even more so crazy how the whole thing unfolded.
Yeah, and like how the head guy of the point shaving was only 23 and he had 10 million in cash or had 5 million in cash.
That's the other wild thing. I was like, wait, you're 23 and you're just already low key like a millionaire. You just taking a whole bunch of money out like his
trading stocks. His parents must have had money, or he probably went to people and was like, his parents was like, hey, I got an in on us making legit money. Like, I need to pull as much as I can together, 500K, and obviously it worked out, and then it obviously didn't, but.
I couldn't imagine.
The thing that it crazy about that story of how like even all the stories of point shaving is like, first of all, that guy was really good. For you to control the game is like
okay.
That's
control
tough.
The game is one thing, but the first game he had to like keep the game like under
he had like 40.
He had 37, bro. That I couldn't go out there and see straight, knowing that all of this is on my shoulders and on the point guard and like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. I mean, you would never suspect it because they won too.
Yeah.
And it was just like the way he went about it. Like I thought it was going to be a little more soccer, like ticky-tack fouls or him like airballing free throws. And it was just really him just like, all right, big man, take a three. All right, do this. Do that. And it's just putting people in positions. But I can't believe that the first 2 games, actually, he got it. So
perfectly. But in that like I was thinking about like when I'm in college, especially like my last year, I had the ball in my hand all the time. I was doing all that, but there's
so much out of control.
Yeah, like I get it when you're playing a really bad team, but like they're playing a Pac-12 team. It's not like
the Pac-12. There weren't. That's hard.
It doesn't matter.
Like, anybody can be anybody in that conference.
Yeah, even if you're a big favorite, like 12 points, but like for you to just keep it close like that is. I was blown away.
The guy's name is Headache. Think about that. Hedake. Headache. That was his name, Headache Smith. And that's the perfect name for this guy. He was just an absolute headache on and off the court.
And then they blow the money right away, which I mean, you're gonna
which was retarded. I understand. I understand that y'all never seen money like that as a young kid, but you cannot go and buy a new car, rims, tents, and clothes and jewelry. The dude was like, "Yeah, I had 2 diamond earrings. and then everybody knew you was broke 2 weeks ago. Like, why would you? Like, you're supposed to keep playing that role." And I've never gambled, so don't take too much into what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
Yeah. Well, it's crazy because you look back at it now, it's like, well, this probably is still going on with smarter people that are like, they go to these players and they're like, don't, like, if you want to make a bunch of money, I can make you a bunch of money. And the crazy thing is they're only paying him $20K and the guy's made $5 million, but
in like a week.
Yeah, he made $5 million in a week. He didn't want to go back to Vegas and keep cashing his cash, but it's like, do you know there's people out there like, hey, I want to.
So 100% that you think that goes on today?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really? Like, at what levels though? Like, I don't think there's anybody in the NBA throwing games. I just don't.
Okay, well, that's different because of the pay now. But like,
in college, now it's different in college because like now these guys are getting paid. So I mean, that's just
still low level though. Still low level. Like, think about if you're like the Big Sky or you're someone in a small conference that you have the best team in that conference, but you're able to dictate games and you're playing bad teams.
Okay, but point shaving is a big deal, right? Like, if you get caught for it, that's going to be everywhere, no matter if it's D3, JUCO, NBA, or whatever. Well, don't you think we'd have had more people?
Well, there is
caught already.
San Diego. I don't know if you remember when we were younger. San Diego had a guy named Brandon Johnson, very good player. They went to the tournament. They used to beat up like on St. Mary's and Gonzaga. Mm-hmm. Point guard, same type of thing. Point guard, score 40 a game. Literally gets caught point shaving like a couple years after the fact because the people start like. And now with technology, like you can go back and watch any game.
It's too much.
There's like people already watching every game for that. Like but
dedicated to that one job, just like paying attention to little shit. Yeah.
There's still ways though, and that's like that was one of the big things because now like betting on sports is becoming something that's really like
it's real legitimate.
Well, it's happening everywhere, and like even casinos like are starting to have it in casinos now. Like besides, they used to be only Vegas. You could do that. Mm-hmm. Now it's everywhere.
And like a few, because it's legal for the NBA. The NBA like endorses it now. Like we promote all like the gambling sites.
Now it's like a state thing too. It's like. But like even out here, like in Spokane, now you can go to the sports. They're gonna have a sports book here, so you can just go there, and that's like where people are worried. It's like, okay, now you got Gonzaga games here. Like, you think if you get a player involved though, you can really make them some money. Like instead of paying them $20K, you could be like, I'll give you $500K if we can point shave like 10 games during the year, which is crazy.
10 games, bro. That's
a lot.
You're tossing the season. I'm not. That's impossible for anybody to do.
But you're not tossing the season if you're winning. Like that was the thing with Headache. He was like, I'm not trying to lose.
For sure. If you're on a better team, I can see how that would be the same as being on a bad team just trying to lose.
Yeah. And the last thing about that game that was crazy was at the end when the coach comes in at halftime and says the FBI is investigating. That is crazy. I would feel like sick. I'd be like,
bro, what would you do? He
went out and killed him. He went out and killed UW, and that guy woke up and lost his bet of $3 million, dude.
Oh my god, bro! That would be so scary because once
I wouldn't be able to play, bro.
I wouldn't be able to focus. I wouldn't be able to tie my shoes.
No, I'd be sick.
Everybody would know there's something going on with Terrence. Figure out what it is, and I'm sure after 12 people asking me, I'm gonna crack. Like that's just how it goes. God damn, that sucks.
Did you watch any more of them?
I watched a little bit of the second one where there was like a race car driver, and
that one's wild.
Bales of weed, 15,000 pounds are getting shipped in, and they're just
150,000.
But that's the thing. That's the other thing.
$50 million every.
That's the other thing, though, bro. You can't be poor and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, buy a race car team, get the best drivers, and then just start to dominate. Like that was the downfall. That's the you just made yourself up to Formula One off of what? Who got you? Like who is this guy? That's always what I was thinking. I was like, you guys are literally idiots. Like you guys have a loophole, but like no actual. Excuse to back it up.
Like you said, that you just like you get addicted to it. You just like can't stop. Like you're
that
far,
far, dude. Perform under this type of pressure.
Because that's what I'm saying. It becomes like a life where you like don't. It's not.
It's normal.
It's not real. Yeah, exactly. It's like this is my life. Like I'm living it. Like I'm a race car driver. Like he really thought that. Like it wasn't. But
no, that's all that matters to them. It's just like what every race car driver is going out here selling 20,000 pounds of marijuana, and that's how we fund this thing. Like, after that, I gotta watch them more because they're actually very interesting.
Yeah, I watched all of them. There's some good ones. You should check them out for sure. I mean, it just shows you. But like, even like there's a soccer one, man. Like in the Italy soccer one, it's like the same type of thing, bro. Shit is rigged.
You can manipulate any sport.
Any sport, and it makes that thing so eye-opening. It's like if there's enough people in on it that you can manipulate at the highest level. At the highest level, man. The refs.
At 20 years old, bro, I don't think I'm smart enough to be involved in anything like this. And on top of that, go out there and make it happen. I think
but see, this is where like the soccer one will show you that it doesn't have to do with the players. It's a guy that's older that's part of Juventus. It's manipulating refs, and they have a whole like crime mob stuff behind it. So it's like it just shows you like you never know, man. Like they're giving out, they're like it would be like basketball. Like they did in the, like if they gave a certain amount of yellow cards to someone, they get suspended for the next game. So let's say he's part of Juventus, but they get the guy suspended the game before. So when they come to play, 4 players are suspended. So it's like,
and they can't play, and it's just like.
But it makes you think if they like NBA, like what if someone gets enough texts, or what if?
Well, actually, no, for the Tim Donaghy thing.
Exactly,
that was a ref.
Yeah,
that was a ref,
bro. It's crazy. It makes you think.
If you even mention like anything to a ref, I couldn't imagine if you're like you just trying to fuck with the ref after a bad call and call him like Tim Donaghy. Like he would probably toss you.
He'd toss you.
He'll toss you, and then you would get fined by the NBA, and you probably get suspended. Like they're not going down that rabbit hole again. Never again. Don't even question our refs. Like they are the most wholesome of refs that you. What do you think about the NFL though, bro?
I don't know.
You think the NFL? I can guarantee you right now. This is just me spitballing. I have no problem. I'm just saying. I 100% believe that there are probably multiple like conspiracies happening in the NFL as we speak.
I think it's everywhere, bro.
I feel like the NFL is probably plagued with it though. They have it just when you see NFL, like it gets bad sometimes. Like think like Saints, for instance. Remember like the fucked up call on like the playoff for the Saints? Like, bro, that is like it's
bad.
But that's bad. Like that is going to be in a documentary 20 years from now as a pivotal moment in whatever happens to be released. Mark my words now. What episode is this? I don't know. 56, 57?
56, I think.
We're going to come back to this one and look because we know.
It's crazy because like even yesterday I was watching football all day, and then like the Chargers Cleveland Browns game, there's like an awful pass interference at the end of the game that basically wins the Chargers the game. And it's like you can make little calls like that, but they're like blatantly bad, like cheated. Like people are talking today, like that's cheating. Like that's not a flag at all. It was like pass interference on the offense, and they called it on the defense, and it's like that's a fit on a bomb. So it's like 50 yards. You get the ball right there. They score and win. And it's the same last night with the Chiefs game, like with the Chiefs Buffalo game. There was like it was just bad call after bad call. Like they called a roughing the passer that wasn't roughing the passer. The dude just tackled him. It's like. I don't know. And you start to see more and more flags. It's like there's 15 flags.
What's going on? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we watching? And you didn't realize you're so caught up in the game, bro. This it's so easy, bro. I bet you it's a lot easier than we probably realizing to scam people because like technology is more, I'm sure there's more of that technology that help people to get over on other, aspects of sports because this is bad. Here's a crazy tinfoil hat conspiracy theory. That'd be funny if Brady was probably in on all of it, and that's how you get 7 rings as a football player, and you play for 60 years.
You sell yourself to Goodell?
You have to do. You sign that blood oath with Goodell, and then he makes things happen. I can guarantee you Goodell's at the root of some of this shit. Mark my words.
Listen, it's a perfect scenario. If it's a conspiracy, then to the public, you make Goodell and Brady hate each other, and that's what they've done. Deflategate, all that. Just suspending Tom Brady for 4 games. They hate each other. Like they don't talk ever, but it's like he's still there every time. It's
he is, bro.
He's still winning. Like
there's something spooky going on. We'll never know, but we can theorize.
We can theorize
all day long. We can.
Let's move on to this. I mean, it's touted as one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched a lot of boxing. I've watched a lot of boxing my whole life. 5 knockdowns. It's insane. I thought
in the trilogy of all things.
Yes. I mean, he caught Wilder hit Tyson Fury so hard on that one. I was like kind of surprised that.
I bet you that's where he broke his hand.
Bro, he hit him dead on.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Okay, so where do you think that happened? Do you think it happened at the beginning of the fight, at the end of the fight, middle of the fight? Because it got to a point where every time he's throwing, he would like rub his hands or do something with his hands. And like the announcer started talking about it.
They did for sure.
It was bad. Lennox. Boxing announcers are some of the most unique sports announcers in the game, bro. You can just see how the sport has affected them. But the trilogy, that was a great fight. It was
between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's only lost to Tyson Fury. Fury's only lost to him, right?
No, Fury's never lost. It was just
a draw. It was a draw.
Yeah.
Fury dominated both of the first two fights. They gave the second one a draw, which I don't think
the first one was a draw.
Yeah, and the second one he whooped him up.
He beat him bad.
Deontay Wilder came out, and this is what they were talking about on there. Like, Deontay Wilder is one of the best power punchers of all time, period. I mean, he has 41 knockouts within 43 fights or whatever it is.
42 wins, 41 knockouts.
Yeah, which is insane. But you, like, watch him, he doesn't have much, like, technical boxing. No, because he came out with a plan of jabbing him low, and it just looked awkward. It was like, like, get in there. Like, I mean,
thank
obviously,
God he has a hockey stick for an arm because, like, that was the only shot. That was the only shot. And do you felt like that kind of affected Fury, or that kind of just not much, huh?
It might have
eating them shots. You never once saw Fury be like, oh.
No,
he just ate it. Yeah, except for the ones
head up top. And that's what, like, Wilder was just loading up to just try to hit him with something crazy. And he did. He got him twice, which anybody that can eat a Deontay Wilder headshot is, I mean, you're legit.
Did you see the shockwave it sent through his body? Yeah. Once he got him with that first one right on the top of the fort, like, bro, it sent a shockwave from head to, like, the shorts. And it was bad. That could just tell you how much of a force. And mind you, Tyson Fury is 6'9". Like, he's 6'9", 260. Like,
he weighed at 270, probably is 285.
By the shockwave down his guys. But I bet you that probably would have broke his hand, hitting him right on top of that noggin.
But Wilder he looked tired the whole time. It almost
he looked gassed after this. During the first round, going into the second round, you could tell, like, okay, either he's going to catch his second win or he's going to look worse for the rest of the night. And I think and he just might be one of those guys that just have those awkward tendencies, or it's just like, no, I'm fine. I just look like I'm about to tip over or keel over any second. Because it looked like anytime he gets hit, it looks like he's out on his feet. Yeah. He's just like out there wobbling and stumbling. Like, because when I was so nervous for him, because anytime he'd throw it, he would like kind of like lean into Tyson and like put his head down, which would be followed by a freaking uppercut from Tyson, which was like, bro, that can knock you the fuck out. Like, if he was throwing that way more, like, it could be serious danger. But I don't know, man. You could just tell, bro. Technique is going to be power any day of the week. Like, and that's what happened.
Like you said, he was tired, but then he'd like, was he tired? But then he'd get these like bursts of energy where he like, maybe flip the corner and then bam, hit it, try to get Tyson quick, and then he'd be like dead again. And then Tyson's just laying his body on. Like, I felt like Tyson could have ended it way quicker. Like, I almost felt like he was prolonging this fight because he wasn't throwing like that.
But that's what we said in the last one too. But bro, I think it's just, I'll give it to Fury, bro. To Wilder. He has a chin. He could take a hit, and he's not going to go down easy.
Well, and you got to be careful, and that's why, like, I feel like Fury's laying on him because he wants to close the distance. Because, like, if you give him room to hit
let him wind up and put power into it, you're going to feel it.
I mean, he fell. I mean, he got dropped twice in the same round.
Wilder's like it's so funny. I was playing Fight Night last night, actually. There's a dude that you have to watch out for. I forgot his name, but he had a killer left hand, and like they make you aware of that. And so when you're in the fight, you have to make sure you don't get hit with it, because if you get hit with it once, it's like the fight's over. And that's kind of what I remember. Yeah. That's kind of what I see in Wilder. It's just like he put him down twice? He put him down twice
in the same round. And Tyson Fury is arguably one of the, he's gonna be regarded as one of the best heavyweights.
No, to me he is.
I'm saying up there of all time, he's up there.
That's what of all time.
Think about it. Unreal.
Would you see him and Tyson in the same fight? Like Tyson
hits hard though. And he's smarter. He's smarter than Wilder.
He wouldn't reach his face.
But he would hit him with a
Tyson
vicious
is
gut
5'9".
shot. A gut shot. He'd hit him with
A gut shot,
vicious.
yeah, for sure. But Fury just puts his arms down here like
he's a foot taller. He's a foot taller.
And he already has like that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if you ever see that match happen.
Ali's 6'5".
Ali's 6'5", and he's 6'9". I would love to see Ali dance around that. And it's not like
they're similar.
Tyson,
Fury has
good hands. He's great defense. So like, I don't know, bro. You ever fought a dude 6'9"?
What about Lennox?
My cap is 6'7", 6'8". I won't go much higher than 6'8.5".
What about Lennox?
Stop calling him Lennox.
Well, the announcer kept saying it, and I was getting annoyed. I was like, I thought it was Lennox.
Yeah.
I thought it was Lennox this whole time.
No.
I've watched some highlights of him.
6'6", bro.
He's big.
He's a big guy.
He's
really big. And he hits hard too, but
hard. He's one of the best hitters of all time.
I don't know.
He's ranked like third. I was looking at rankings, and they have him like third. There's like Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is a big guy.
So here's the guys I think who could be Fury. Like, I put like a George Foreman because he has microwaves for hands.
He has Foreman girls for hands.
He fought Ali.
Not Sonny Liston.
Sonny, is it Sonny Liston too?
No. Man, let me look it up.
Who was it? We always see him. It's like the guy you always forget between Ali. You skip him and you go straight to Foreman.
They fought a bunch too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they did.
Like the Rumble in the Jungle? Who was that? Oh, Joe Frazier?
Joe Frazier.
Yes.
I think Joe Frazier I think those guys threw different type of power. Not that Deontay doesn't have that, but when I think of Deontay,
they're more skilled. They're more skilled.
So like they would be more tactical where they place those shots rather than Deontay Wilder just trying to go over the top every single time. Because they weren't that big. So they would have to be in distance in that freaking toe-to-toe, just throwing bombs. And then again, I think Rocky Balboa could probably take him down. Rocky Balboa from Rocky Balboa 4. Because we all saw the 6'9" Russian giant. What's his name? Ivan Drago.
Yeah. Deontay Wilder's just stiff, bro. He just reminds me of that athletic guy that's stiff. That
he looks like the best hooper to box of all time. Yeah. He's the best hooping boxer of all times.
Yeah.
Bar none.
But he can't do a Euro though. Like he has bounce and could probably shoot, but like he doesn't have this. He doesn't have like this.
What big man knows how to do a Euro?
I mean, he's 6'7". I mean, guys.
He's 6'7". I'm 6'6". He would be playing the wing, so he would.
He's just stiff. He just seems stiff. I'm just like,
Yeah, he's a big guy. He's hefty,
but it's scary. His right hand's scary.
His right hand's a killer. But
unreal.
Yeah. All right, one last thing. No, one last thing. You didn't get a chance to play the
No, I didn't.
2042.
I know what you're about to say. No.
Why not?
I didn't get in time. That was a closed beta, right? That was to only
I tried to play it this morning and I was like, it said beta closed. I almost cried.
Yeah, the open weekend beta is coming up soon though, so I'm gonna play it then.
Yeah, bro,
the sniping looks unreal.
The sniping's tough. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really get into that aspect of it. One thing that I am truly filthy, and I hope I can find you guys some clips to pull up. My jet flying skills, bro. I want to be known as Maverick or Iceman from now on because the way I was flying the plane in this jet, the maneuvering, I felt like Tom Cruise. It felt great, bro. I swear to God, I think because the rounds last maybe 30, 35 minutes, depending on the score.
That's a long time.
I flew one jet for 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I couldn't be touched. It's one of those things.
It's combat. That's what
it's perfect, bro. The game, and it's like, you remember my favorite Battlefield was Battlefield 4, which was modern, but it was really old. This feels like a new modern version of that. Everything's updated. The way you can change your optics and everything like in real time while you're there, it makes all the difference. Because you remember we used to play like Battlefield 5 or 1, and we would have like that huge map where we'd be like on the side, and there's like that giant like mountain that you would go. Imagine if you could switch between your scopes between there and when you start running, like it would make all the difference. So like all that is dope. So
and it looks smooth. It looks clean.
I mean, yeah, they had a lot of stuff. It's the beta, so there's a lot of stuff that was kind of like laggy or glitchy. Like you could walk through doors that you didn't know you could walk through and shit like that. But it's a great game all in all. It's gonna give Call of Duty a run for the money.
Yeah, Call of Duty's died. There's too many cheaters, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, and it also has the anti-cheat thing on there too. So like that was not a problem. Like you didn't have to worry about being one tap from across the map. Well, you do, but not at the same extent.
Not the same. But hey man, it's good to catch up. We will be back next week. Hey, everybody go check us out. As usual, T.Ross Podcast on IG, T.Ross Podcast on TikTok, Podcast T.Ross on Twitter. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll catch you guys later.
Peace.
Good morning, good evening, good night. Welcome to the show, what a wonderful delight. Yeah, Patsy and T-Ross better chop up on the mic. Just sit back, have a laugh, catch a vibe, and enjoy the ride. Yeah.